For my video, we're going to go on a little walk around Nash Hall and the view and talk about the difference between being a compulsive liar and a pathological liar, and discuss some personal ties I have to it. So first off, I want to say that when I started this project, I didn't know what I wanted it to be about. I just wanted to tell the truth about something that always kind of followed me around like a ghost since I was a kid. Me and my siblings. Eventually, I landed on the question that hit really, really close to home. What's the difference between being a pathological liar and a compulsive liar? And is it this person's fault? The thing is, I grew up with a mom who was a very large pathological liar. And no, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying that she just lied a lot, but it is really constant. She never told the truth. She'd lie when there was no reason to, or even when we knew the truth or had proof of the truth. Somehow she'd still convince herself that she was right, just like what pathological liars do. The thing is, I started doing some research, reading articles, watching videos, trying to understand, and I learned something that actually really surprised me. There is a difference between pathological and compulsive lying. And it's not just about how often someone lies, it's also why. Pathologicals lie with a purpose, usually to manipulate, control, or avoid blame, and they don't see their lies. They don't care that they're lying, and they're very convincing even when they're obviously wrong. It's usually tied to deeper things like personality disorders, OCD, narcissistics. But compulsive liars, it's different. They lie out of habit. They can't help it. They feel bad afterwards. My mom never felt bad. It's more a reflex than a strategy. And for a lot of researchers, including an article that I found from Everyday Health, it often comes from how you were raised. That hit me really hard. My mom, she had a really hard childhood. When she was a kid, she had to leave in the middle of the night with her mom and her two siblings to run away from their abusive dad. She doesn't like to talk about it much, so I don't know all the details, but seems like it was really hard. And for me personally, I definitely wouldn't leave that completely okay. It doesn't completely vanish any wrongdoings on her part. She definitely could have done better, but sometimes it's just the way things go. Yeah, it was sad. But it also got me thinking that maybe lying was the way that she survived. Maybe it was how she avoided getting hurt, made her feel safe. But here's where it gets hard. Just because you understand where someone's behavior comes from doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt. It wrecked a lot for us. That's why my parents got divorced, why my siblings and I live with my dad and my stepmom. That's why she hasn't seen her son in 6 years. I think what hurts the most is how it made me question my own reality. Like, how do you know what's true and what's not true when you grew up with your parents lying straight to your face? Being a pathological liar has to be hard, but being close to one, that can mess you up even more than being one. Emotionally, mentally, it's like you're constantly walking on glass, eggshells. So I think it was her fault, honestly. Yes and no. She didn't choose the life that made her this way, but at some point you have to take responsibility. If you know you lie like that, If you know you're struggling, you know how you have an addiction or a problem, you have to get help. But you also have to want the help. You can't just go on, build a family off these lies and assume that everything's going to be okay. You have to do the work. So yeah, this whole research journey taught me a lot. Not just about the psychology of lying, but also empathy. How much I've grown and boundaries, because I don't blame myself anymore. I've stopped trying to untangle every single lie that she's told me. And I've started building a life that's honest for myself and the people around me. Even if it's messy, it's my life. So that's my story. And if you have anything similar, just know that you're not alone. And I see you. And everything usually turns out okay.